7 in the morning. On our way to work. We're at Chick-fil-A right now. And, yeah. Got some work to do today. Alright, continuing off the day here at lunch. I just got some Chick-fil-A in the Jeep. And the truck's still in the shop, so this is where we're at right now. Hopefully nobody sees me making this video. But it's a Monday, and my dad's still out of town. So I'm working here by myself with everybody else. Been in sterile all day, so you guys probably don't know much about, what I do for work, kind of like what it is and like how I do it, whatever. So, but it's a long story to get into. It really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that I'm here though, and I'm eating lunch, and this is a part of how I make the money I do, as far as just my job goes, not the business. So yeah, we got a grilled chicken cool wrap. We paid $13 for it, which is a little bit high, especially for lunch. So usually, I'll get a Chipotle bowl, come out with like $11. I'll get like maybe a smaller Chick-fil-A meal with a chicken sandwich instead of a grilled chicken cool wrap, and that'll be about $10.30. Stuff like that. But we got an expensive meal today, $1.50 more. So yeah, anyways though, as far as work went so far today, it wasn't as busy as they thought it was going to be, so I wasn't really needed as much. But there were times where it was like blitzes of like a lot of work at a time, and then like no work at a time. And so for the time that I was not working, I would be in the office just making some changes to the app. I told myself that I would DM some people and find some people to DM while I was in the office, but it feels so out of place for me to be doing that when I'm at the office, and when like I can't even hear the audio that's coming out of my phone because like everything else is going on and all the noise in the office, and then I don't have AirPods or anything to put in, so it's just like it's not easy. And I think that the time for me to find those people and to DM those people is when I'm home in a comfortable state, and I got the lights down, I got the music playing, I'm in my bed, I'm comfortable, and I'm like seriously like locked in on deep work, trying to focus on who are the people that I want to reach out to today. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna save the DM and the outreach part for a little bit later today. And instead I thought to myself, like, what could I be doing to be productive right now, in a way that I would be willing? So I bought AirPods, which is, I guess, not a productive thing, but I just wanted to say that. I bought AirPods for $220, the AirPod Pros. Noise cancellation, got all that stuff, and I'm really hoping to just keep them handy on me as long as I possibly can. I paid $230 for them, and I'm making like half of that today, so this week is definitely going to be catered to those, and I'm definitely going to be using them throughout the rest of the week because I get here tomorrow. And hopefully they'll add value to the rest of the week. But I just saw myself like needing subtle like headphones, AirPods, from time to time, and I could just imagine how much I'd appreciate them as long as I don't lose them halfway throughout the year. So I'm gonna try to like buy, now that I'm thinking about it, a case that like, first of all, when you drop the AirPod case, it doesn't like, the AirPods don't fling out of it. But second of all, a case that has an attachment, so I can make sure that it like is always attached to something I always have, like my laptop or my backpack, whatever it is, my wallet. So yeah, but gonna eat this meal. It's 11:30, and then we're gonna get inside and work on the app a little bit more, and I'm gonna leave probably soon after and get my money, because today's, I don't really need to be at work at this point. It's a little bit not busy for the rest of the day because the doctor is feeling a little bit sick, so it's gonna end at 3, and it's 11:30 right now. So but yeah, so as far as what I've made to the app to changes, I've just looked at other apps. Like, that's always how I do my comparisons. And there was a girl, like I told you guys last night on day 70, yesterday's video, about how she asked, like, I'm going to use the app and I'm going to start tracking meals tomorrow. And if I like the app, then I'll be willing to promote it because I want to keep my content on my page authentic. And I was like, dude, I totally respect those values. And I thought to myself, like, okay, well, from her perspective, like, does this app look like a good app? Like, would she like it after 7 days? Like, I was really thinking about that. And I thought to myself, like, what were the things that make this app different from other apps? Because another girl asked me that the day before, and I told her about everything. And I thought to myself, like, it's all about simplicity, but also being like way more advanced and tracking metrics that other apps don't track. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a dashboard that you can, like, the macro rings, the 4 rings, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can swipe over on the main page and you can see a dashboard full of metrics, like the how many, what surplus or deficit are you in for the day right now. And then you can see, based on the whole week, Monday through Sunday, how much of a deficit you ate on that day, or a deficit you ate on the next day, or a surplus you ate on the day following. And then that total deficit or surplus at the end of the week would add up, and it'd be like a minus 1,500 calorie deficit. And that basically track as like a half a pound weekly that you'd be losing. So a whole bunch of metrics I added. I made it look really simple. Kind of went through the app again and made sure that those metrics are really pronounced in a positive way. And then there was a bug, well, not really a bug, but just an inconvenience, where when you took a picture of food, like, it would analyze, and it would be analyzing, and then as soon as it like analyzed completely, it would just disappear for like a whole 30 milliseconds to a second. And it was long enough that you would notice it, and it would be kind of an inconvenience. And then, like, it would finally pop up out of nowhere and log. And I wanted to, like, cut that, make it an animation or make it shorter or whatever I needed to do in order to make it look natural. So I did. And now today I got a weird notification. I tried logging into my Apple Store Connect account on my laptop, and it told me that you need to rechange your password because, like, we've noticed some weird issues with it or something. And I was like, okay, I hope this isn't like a Facebook ad account deal where they're going to ban my Apple ID and not allow me to create apps anymore. And so I checked on my phone to make sure before I changed the password and sent my dad an email that I probably wasn't going to get back for a few hours. And the Apple Store Connect on my phone was working perfectly fine. I was already logged in on there. The app still is waiting for review. It hasn't been accepted, interview, or approved yet, which it should be by the end of today. So yeah. But other than that, I mean, today we're just going to look at DMing people, sending follow-ups, and then start reaching out to people on Instagram and YouTube. And man, I'm really excited. My goal right now is I'm not going to give the world a reason to fail me. I'm not going to give the world, the universe, a reason to, like, not make me successful. Like, I'm going to send that energy out to the world. Like, there should be no reason at this point that I shouldn't have been successful. I shouldn't see results. I shouldn't have made it by now. Like, if I have all the evidence to stack against that, like, say for example, what I wrote down in my journal this morning was, I want to make it seem impossible for me not to have made it by this point. And the metrics that I used to meet that criteria was send 500 plus DMs, work with 20 plus creators, spend over $1,500 on straight marketing. And in my mind, if I send over 500 DMs, if I work with more than 20 creators, if I am spending more than $1,500 on straight marketing, first of all, I'm going to learn a lot. Second of all, I should see pretty big results, pretty measurable results. So the gay guy is looking at me right now on the stairs. I don't know why he's looking at me, but he's like dancing with his AirPods. So. Anyways, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, so hopefully I'll see y'all later today. It's been 9 minutes. Isn't that crazy? Peace out. All right, we are back, and it is, what time is it? 4:20. So it's not too far into the day necessarily, but we're coming towards the end of the day. And I will say that I left work probably like 2 hours after I made that video, And then I came home and I low-key just been procrastinating, but then I started working, and then I started recording right now. So what I kind of want to record for is because I know I'm making this video probably like a day long video, and right now I'm currently making the creator program. So I've already made it, but as you can see there, if you saw it, I don't even know if you did, but it's called Earn with Calorie Simple. That's the app, right? And basically I've set it up so that at first it was like, get an app install and make $2, which that offer didn't sound good. But if you did the math, like if you make 10 app installs, which you could go to your family and tell them to download the app, and if they download the app and you can prove that they downloaded the app, that's like $20. So just imagine if somebody could make it like 100 installs, So anyways, I did that, and I didn't really promote that to anybody, but I thought that that'd be a great idea. And then I started reaching out to creators a couple weeks ago, and I was like, okay, I'm going to completely change it. And I made it into like the website that basically kind of funneled actual creators for the app to me. It got their name, it got their email, it got their phone number, it got their TikTok and Instagram handles and the method that they wanted to be paid by. It looks super professional. It allows them to sign a contract digitally, and all that stuff gets sent over to me. And I kind of understand like when I need to pay them, have my own little chat in there with them, and everything. But as of recently, I decided, you know what, I can do single brand deals. I can pay $100 for 2 or 3 videos. And so I was like, okay, well, the way I've structured this right now is, it's like monthly. So anytime anybody makes an account and, gives me all their information, it sets them up with a dashboard that basically says like, we're going to pay you $25 a week, and like your payout is pending, and you're in like a month-long deal. But right now I'm trying to make people, have like single deals, make like 2 or 3 videos for a single brand deal payout. And so I've decided, you know what, I'm going to create a new, like a separate brand deal category inside of this. Because at first I was going to be like, whoa. At first I was going to be like, let's do caloriesimplecreator.com / or like not / but / contract for the new contract, because there obviously has to be a new contract, and that's probably the most important thing. But then I was like, dude, that's so many like things to type. caloriesimplecreator.com / contract. Like that's a lot. And so I thought, it'd probably be a better idea to just send them straight to caloriesimplecreator.com. And then once they give me their information, which I'd probably want anyways, they get the option to choose between whether they're a single brand deal or a bi-monthly. And for the people that I want to do single deals with, they'll obviously press a single, and then they'll get, inside of the promoter funnel, and they'll be, basically ready for me to approve their single video or their 2 or 3 videos that they posted for me, and I'll be able to pay them from there, and everything will look a lot more professional, everything. So that's where I'm at, but I'm really struggling right now because like it's still complicated, like getting the creator to even respond to the DM that I sent in the beginning is hard enough, and then trying to get them to give me their number so I can then give them the link to the website is then also, kind of like a lot more steps. And then they type in their name, their email, their phone number, their TikTok and Instagram handles, and then how they want to be paid. They created an account, and then I got to make a whole new dashboard for them specifically. And then I got to make it work on my side as the admin of this whole website. And so, yeah, right now I have somebody basically asking me if I have a contract, and saying like, can you pay me first, and then I'll post the first video. And I just want to make sure that I have everything properly professionally set up for single brand deal videos now. And I'm really learning as I go with this. So as of right now, I literally DM'd him like, hey, you have a phone number I could better reach out to you with. And so as soon as he responds with that and I get this published, I'm going to be able to send him the caloriesimplecreator.com link. He's going to be able to go to this website, and he's going to be able to type in all his information, and then he's going to be able to create an account, and then I'll get his payment information and everything. And all he's going to see is the professional looking, like, this is your payout, and this is, you know, the admin chat box you could talk to the admin through. And from my end, I'm basically going to get to see if this guy is, you know, actually posting the video he told me he's going to post. I have, you know, the platform that I'm going to pay him on, and I have all the information to do that. And he signed a contract, and I have him in a little space for myself. So I think that it makes sense, and it could be really good. But I think the biggest thing right now is getting him to download the app and actually use it so that he can create a quality video for us. Because right now he's like, okay, give me the money. I want the money first. And he doesn't even have the app downloaded. So it's just like, as soon as he makes the account, I'm going to basically, or maybe with a separate text, I'll be like, okay, your creator account is just your email, the email you want to sign up with, and then it's your password is all caps creator, and then you should be in. And then he has a premium account that he can make videos with. And I mean, then he'll log into this and he can basically see everything for what it is. Basically, that's kind of what I'm talking about. I made this as a separate thing right now for single brand deals, and I'm just showing you guys kind of what I'm thinking, my thought process. And yeah, so peace out. All right, so this video should be going along with the video that I made throughout the whole entire day. I haven't done that before. Also, I just got Ben Fachani'd. My iPhone storage just went out, and hopefully it doesn't go out again. I hope it saves. If it doesn't, I think it will cut out, but it'll still save the video. Anyways, I'm gonna try to be quick with this because I've already, you know, recorded like 15-20 minutes of my day already. But as you saw in the last clip, I was working. I was sending DMs out, and I was, you know, doing follow-ups and everything. And this morning I woke up at 6 and I went to work. So I mean, just the fact that I went to work and I made money to reinvest in the business is already pushing the needle forward. And then I literally scrolled through certain searches on TikTok, and I you know, saw creators that I thought fit the niche, and I sent them all to my main account. Now all I have to do at this point is like go to the creators and look at their account and like see what DM I want to send them, and use my past experience sending DMs to creators to construct a brand new message that I can consistently resend to people over time that meet the certain niche that I've sent to myself. And so I think I have like 48 people that I sent to myself. Probably about 30 to 25 of them are actually somewhat like qualified. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look through the ones that are qualified, and I'm going to send them the emails and the DMs and whatnot. And then for the people that I DM'd yesterday, I sent them follow-ups for the people that hadn't seen the chat. And I mean, they obviously haven't responded yet, but we'll see. I mean, that's all I can really do, you know, like all I can really do is send them a comment. If they didn't see the DM, send them a DM, send them an email. And if they still don't see the DM, continue to send comments until they either block me or they see the DM and they don't respond, or they do respond. And you know, even for the people that have seen my DMs in the past, like if I can delete the DM that I sent in the past for everybody in the chat, and then I can like comment on their video like, hey, I DM'd you, but like I don't think it got sent through, and then I can like resend them a new conversation about a brand deal, and I have another way in to work with them. Also, I was just like deleting a whole bunch of videos that I had on my camera roll, and I was looking through all the things that I've seen from the past 70 days that's been in my camera roll and the journey in a way, and it's pretty cool. Also, we are 9 weeks in. I think that says 9. Yeah, 9 weeks into 2026. So that's pretty crazy. Also, app promos. The app is officially not reviewed yet, so it'll be reviewed by tomorrow. Reset. I feel like I've got pretty good reset. At this point, we're signing creators. We have 1 out of 5 right now, and he wants a raise, and he's only putting Calorie Simple in the bio, so I don't know if I'm going to give him that raise, but I have to see about that. Also, it's like 9:40 tonight already, and I have work again tomorrow. This is the last day of the week that I think I'll have work, so I can start to focus on the business a little bit more for the rest of the week, and doing DMs and reaching out more. It's really weird when you spend time like out and away from business, and like you start getting affected by worldly things like people, like family, friends, girlfriends, whatever, or you start going out and like going and swimming or playing pickleball, or going out on a boat maybe, or hanging out with your friends, going to eat dinner, whatever it is. You're out of the house, and everything has the opportunity to influence you and to meet you where you are outside, except for your business, honestly. So I feel like it's a very vulnerable state to put yourself out there and like let people affect you and let the worldly things affect you from your day-to-day life. Because I realized today, for the time that I was at work, for the time that I was at lunch, for the time that I was at my girlfriend's house today, because I was just at her house for like an hour eating dinner, I kind of realized, and I have always realized this, but like, I kind of realized that like this does not benefit me in my business journey. And if anything, it's, I'm presenting the opportunity for me to like have less interest in the business opportunity over time if I continue to put myself in these situations. If I continue to put myself in a situation where I'm golfing, once or twice a week, that couple hours during the day might sway my priorities and my focuses, or me hanging out with more people during the day might take my focus, my attention off of the business and make it naturally grade and focus on something different. And what I've also realized is as long as I'm not focused on the business, momentum stalls, And what's super important is like I could literally go out in 100 days from now and get, and still be able to golf, still be able to go out in the lake, still be able to go hang out with my girlfriend, And like, I'm never gonna get the chance to have 70 days of momentum with this business journey, So with everything that I have the opportunity to do today and tomorrow, the most important thing, whether I realize it or not, is continuing the momentum and continuing the journey that I have put on. Because every single day, there's opportunities that continue to present themselves with worldly things like people, like vacations, whatever it is. They're always going to present themselves naturally without me having to work for them. And that's my point I'm trying to make. But me spending, weeks, months building momentum with this business, you have to work for that to get to this point, If you stop for a week and you lose track of where you are, you low-key restart, because all the time that you tried to learn what the market was doing and how people were responding to DMs and how things were operating in that point in time have already passed. And now you have to relearn things, and you've lost the momentum. So, I think as long, like a solid piece of proof and evidence that I'm continuing this journey every day is to continue to post these videos every single day, continue to post videos about me talking about what I did every day to prove that I did something needle moving and gave effort. And so I found 50 people today that I wanted to send DMs to on TikTok, and I sent them to my other account, and I'm supposed to, and I will review them and send them the appropriate DMs. Tomorrow is my last day of work, so for the week. So I made $125 today, and I'll make $125 tomorrow. So that's again benefiting me in the business, moving the needle. And then also today I went to go look at people to find on Instagram so that I can DM them and give them brand deal offers. But what I realized is you can't sort through people on Instagram. People really aren't on Instagram like TikTok. Like you can't search up gym tips and then like filter through like this month and like this many likes. Like there's no filters. It's literally just the top posts with like millions of views that have been posted in the last year. And so it's really hard to find influencers. And honestly, I don't think that anybody's really going to be converted that easily from Instagram anyways. So I think the most converting social media platforms are TikTok and YouTube. And I think that that's good for me because it allows me to like really put a focus on the ones that I know matter most. So there we go. TikTok it is. And honestly, if I wanted to keep my goals up and continue to just find 25 creators every day and DM those 25 creators, I have 2 days under my belt, like just from today. I haven't DM'd them yet, but I found them. And I'll find more tomorrow. So it's all about me adjusting my DMs every day, getting better at sending them and getting better at what should go into them. I've also realized that, you know, the DM doesn't have to be super short, even though it's the first point of contact. Like, they're going to read the message no matter what. So giving them the information that they need in the beginning so that, you know, the conversation doesn't have to go more than like 3 or 4 responses is very key and important. And also I realized, like, recently I sent messages that were like 2 sentences long to creators with bigger brands. And I just thought that they would catch on and like be like, okay, yeah, this is a good opportunity because I've worked with brands before. But the reality is if you don't send them an offer, you don't let them know that the money is there and that you're willing to pay them no matter what, and give them that like mental clarity before they even respond, they're not going to respond. Like, these creators look at this opportunity as like, oh yeah, whatever, I just don't want to give my time to it because it's too much stress to like manage and think about, when they don't realize how like beneficial and valuable the offer that I'm giving them really is. So recently I've kind of figured out that I need to send longer DMs, including all the information that they're going to ask, you know, like, how long does the video have to be? Do I have to get results? Are you going to pay me before or after I post the video? Like, what's the format looking like? How much money are you actually going to pay me for a video? What's the app called? Like, stuff like this, stuff like that, you know? And so I also made a brand new side of my creator program that I just barely implemented. And so we'll see how that ends up, you know, working out. It used to be monthly only, and now I've created it to single brand deals. So like, you have the option to choose between monthly, $100 a month plus, for weekly payouts and like weekly videos, or you have the opportunity to get like $100 with one brand deal for like 2 or 3 videos. And so the people that know, like, we're only doing like a few videos, they'll know to press on the single, and the people that know that we're going to do the monthly deal with $100 plus a month are going to obviously press on the $100 a month monthly deal. So it's easier to sort people out, and it's easier to get people to one website and track everything and make it look super professional. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But as of right now, we still only have one creator signed, and all he does is like post a handful of videos every week, like every other day, with slideshows that are probably pictures that he didn't even take. He does get about 1,000 views plus every video, and he has 11,000 like followers. But like 30 to 50% of his audience is from Austria, and I can't even convert those people. And on top of that, the only thing he does to promote the app is put Calorie Simple in his bio. Like, he doesn't show it anywhere on the app. He doesn't even show, like, tell people to go use it. He just says, like, download Calorie Simple to track your progress. That's all he says. And he's getting paid $25 a week for this, for like putting a few characters in his bio. So, and I did tell him, like, dude, I let you choose what you want to do. And now, obviously, he's put the link in his bio, and I don't think it's converted to anybody, because I think I had like 3 signups this week, and they all came from like days way prior, which I don't even know how they came to me. I gotta figure that out. I think it's probably from me making organic content, so I gotta start doing that more. And I will be able to do that now that I'm gonna be able to stay up later the next few days, and not be shirtless on TikTok in bed at night. So, but yeah, man, I think we're getting closer. I think my plan is to focus really hard on TikTok and, you know, finding the people and making the right DMs, and really focusing on like nurturing those people and really getting them to convert, figuring out what works and what doesn't. There's always so many people, whether it's in the fitness niche, whether it's in the food niche, whatever it is, there's always gonna be so many people that are posting every day on the topic, people that are growing, people that are declining. Like, there's just so much activity every single day on TikTok, and there will never be a shortage of people that I can DM. And so I think as long as I put in enough effort, 25 people plus every single day that I DM, that I find, that I put in the category, and that I give the opportunity to, it's worth it. the only mistake on my part that I could do is I could send a person a DM that I picked out that only has like 500 followers. It only gets like 700 views per video and has like averages like 2 comments a video. That's something I don't necessarily want to be paying $100 for 2 or 3 videos, you know? So, I mean, but then again, I will be able to like really choose what DM I want to send them. Do I want to send them the brand deal like one-time offer, or do I want to send them the monthly offer, you know? So anyways, people were honestly biting that DM. They were biting the monthly offer DM. Like it was $100 a month. You know, that's like $2 a day. And you'd have to post like 20 posts a day, which would come out to be like $5 a post, which is crazy good for me. And I was looking like people were responding to that. Like it was like a 50% response rate. Not conversion rate, but response rate. And, you know, I've kind of toned it back. Like, okay, single brand deal. I own this app. It's new. DM me if you're interested. And everybody sees it, but nobody wants to do anything about it. So I think I'm going to stay away from that. And just continue to learn from my mistakes and continue to find people on TikTok and focus on people on TikTok and, you know, continue to build my systems and organize them in the right ways. And, I mean, yeah, dude, we're 71 days in, and you know, that's almost 2.5 months, and we ain't stopping anytime soon, bro. It's crazy that it'll literally be 100 days pretty soon in a month, you know. And to see how much, like every video before this video, how much I've put in, all the work, all the time, all the focus that I put in, and how much I've changed. Literally just my face, my hair, like my voice, maybe even, and the way I consistently post videos every day. It's super interesting to see. So anyways, day 71, peace out.